Hi, I'm Diane Conklin with CompleteMarketingSystems.com. One of the topics that's coming up a lot for me right now with clients and coaching clients and consulting clients is the idea of overwhelm. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how when you stay in a state of overwhelm, it costs you and your business money. Well, what am I possibly talking about? Well, when you're overwhelmed, think about what happens, right? You're overwhelmed, what do? You shut down, you're not as productive, you get what I call the spinnies, right? Your head spins all the time and you feel like you're not sure which direction to go in. What should I do next? Oh my gosh, I have all these things to do, right? And you know what to do, you just don't, right? Because you're overwhelmed. Well, why did you get overwhelmed? Most of the time we get overwhelmed not because there's too much to do, because there's always too much to do if you're a small business owner or an entrepreneur. You're always going to feel that way, right? Every day when I walk out of my office at the end of the day, no matter if it's at 3 in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon, 7 at night, or whether it's 10 o'clock at night or on a weekend or whatever, right? I always know that there's more stuff to do that I didn't finish. And so for me, knowing that it's never all going to be done, right? There's some comfort, I guess, in that craziness, right? And so there are a lot of ways, there are a lot of tools that I use to stop that, right? Part of it is checking in with myself. Part of it is being aware. Part of it for me is I'm pretty disciplined in that I follow my calendar, right? Whatever is on there. And so if I'm writing copy or if I have coaching clients or appointments with new prospects or whatever those things are, not everybody feels that way. I was talking to a client this week who's much more of a creative person, right? And that doesn't work for her because she feels like she's in jail, right? That overwhelms her. So part of knowing how not to be overwhelmed every day, and let's face it, we could easily be overwhelmed in our businesses every day, is knowing how you work best and then working in that environment. I work well in a structured environment where I know exactly what I'm going to do pretty much hour by hour in my day. I'm one of those people who the more there is to do, the more I get done, but I'm not somebody who runs up against close deadlines, right? I don't wait for things until the last minute and then hurry and get them done. I tend to be the person who gets things done ahead of time. All that being said, if you know what works best for you, if you know how you work best, then set your life and your schedule up that way. And then know that things are going to happen to mess that up. And how you handle those things really boils down to what makes sense, right? So I'll give you an example. Last week, I had something on my calendar on Thursday, and it had been there for a while, and I was ready for it. And so the person that I was doing this recording with, it was an interview, sends me a message late in the day on Wednesday, and said, "Oh, by the way, I need your questions, and I need you to do a PowerPoint for tomorrow because we're going to turn it into a video." None of this had been discussed ahead of time. And so what I did was I said, great, not a problem. You know what I did? I just went and took questions that I knew I'd already answered and that I had slides already made for. I copy and pasted slides into a new presentation, and I modeled my presentation after things I'd already done. It was great, right? So instead of it taking me, 4 or 5 hours to do a brand new PowerPoint and to get ready, it took me maybe an hour and a half to do it. And it wasn't on my schedule, but instead of letting it stress me out, I just said, how do I do this in a way that I can make this fit today or fit before my interview tomorrow, right? So having some flexibility in your work environment and in your mind helps a lot. So don't get overwhelmed. Really look at it. See what it is that you need to do. See how you work best, and then work within those confines. By the way, if you need some help with this, I would love to help you with this at the implementation coaching event that's coming up February 19th and 20th right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Be 2 days for you to figure out if you're overwhelmed, how to get out of it. If you're overwhelmed and you need help, imagine spending 2 days in a room with me, looking over your shoulder, coaching you and helping you get things implemented and executed so that starting in March, starting February 21st, your business can really, really soar. If you'd like information on that, check it out at implementationcoachingevent.com. I'm Diane Conklin with Complete Marketing Systems. We'll see you next time.